Hi, this is Jennifer Howard. This is Natalie Pollock for Natalie Pollock News Channel, and I have a very sweet cabinet minister here, who I like very much. I'm kind of biased. She's a sweet person. I'm not in the NDP though. Okay. There's one question that I've been asking most of the young people,
right,
is that why don't people these days in Manitoba know their name of their leaders? For instance, they don't know who Greg Selinger is, and they don't know who McFadden is.
Well,
Hugh McFadden. Why?
Yeah, I think, you know what we always have to be doing as politicians is trying to make politics relevant to people, and that's for us to do. And I think the other thing that for increasingly people don't have a lot of time for much beyond going to work and keeping their lives on track, but we have to make it interesting for young people. So we have to talk about issues that they care about.
But do you think that you're having a problem getting through, and not only Greg Selinger, but also Hugh McFadden, and also the leader of the Liberal Party, the provincial Liberal Party? Nobody knows their name. And how come they know Sam Cates and Gary Dewar?
Well, you have to remember that for Gary Dewar, he was around for 20 years. So I think with time, people come to know who people are. But I think it's always been this way. I've seen stories on the news for years and years where people go out and ask, who the Prime Minister is, and it's not 100% that people know. So I think people connect to politics and their leaders depending on what kind of issues you're talking about.
But they know who Jack Layton is.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
And it's taken Jack 10 years to get there. So some of it is just time.
Is that what it is?
I think a lot of it is time.
Okay. Yeah. How much do you think the flood is going to impact the outcome of the election, whether or not the NDP wins again? Because you guys have been in a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that the flood is still not over for a lot of people. A lot of people at Lake Manitoba especially are still struggling with it. We've put in place a very good compensation package that will help a lot of folks recover. I think there was a tremendous amount of preparation done by everybody. So you hope that people see their governments as being prepared and then helping people after the fact. I hope that's how people see us. But I think any disaster like that is very hard on people and very hard for them to rebuild their lives. I don't think it's going to negatively affect the provincial election.
You don't think so? What about the fact you didn't warn people that, that they might have to evacuate?
I think we spent a lot of money trying to prepare, and I think we moved as quickly as possible. A lot of the people that I've talked to think that, we did the best that we could do, and that they probably would have done the same thing in our place. You can always improve, and one of the things we'll be doing is taking a look at this flood and how it happened and what we can learn from it.
But what about evacuation? I had people writing me and telling me, why didn't the NDP tell anybody that they might have to evacuate, especially out in the country?
I think it's very stressful, that evacuation notice.
Yeah.
I think that, as much as possible, people got as much notice as could be provided. I think one of the things that was happening is it's a 1 in 300-year flood. Yeah. A lot of those dikes on the Assiniboine River were very close to failing. They were being monitored constantly by the Army. And the Assiniboine River,
nobody knew about that.
Yeah, so you do the best you can with the information you have, and then we sit down after the fact and we try to figure out how we get better information for the next time it happens.
Okay. One more.
Okay.
Or maybe two more. Who knows?
I
know. It's Paul Hess is taking out advertising in the Safeway store.
Yes.
Are you planning to do it too? It's a first-time thing.
Yes.
They've never done that.
I've got an ad in the Safeway store on one of the bulletin boards.
But he's doing it right at the cashier.
Yeah. Well, we all pick where we put our advertising.
Yeah. Do you think that's a little in your face or not?
I don't know.
When you walk. When I first walked up, I said, "Wow, for years Safeway has not let people do that, and all of a sudden I'm paying at the cash desk and I see the Liberal Party little stick in my face, and I'm going, hey."
I think they'll let anyone advertise who pays to advertise in there. I've got some ads up inside the Safeway. We've all got the recycling bins out. We all try to communicate with people in lots of ways, but you have to do lots of different things. Yeah.
What's your favorite way of advertising? When you get up in the morning, what do you what do you do? Do you Facebook? Do you Twitter? Do you
Twitter.
watch?
I've been tweeting.
Is that your most effective?
I don't know how effective it is, but it's enjoyable, and I'm certainly in touch with a lot more people that I might not have been in touch with in other ways, so I'm finding that right now easy. For one thing, it's easy to do.
Is it better than door-to-door, would you say?
No, I think nothing replaces door-to-door.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Natalie.